Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Bantikow, where today I have finally put my mic in the right position. As it turns out, I've been using it wrong this entire time, which is good, I guess. I'm great. We're going to continue in this episode putting down some water on the fields. Today's field is field 9. We'll possibly finish it off in this episode, and as you can see, we're almost at midnight. I thought we were a bit closer than we actually were, but I've done as much as I can to get towards midnight. I actually did about 5 minutes off camera before I started recording, because I left 25 minutes and I didn't want to intentionally do a 25-minute episode. I have off to my side here, you can't see it but I can, a set of post-it notes, because I love my post-it notes, a set of post-it notes that actually tell me what on earth I'm supposed to be doing with soilmod. Why did that beep? Oh, it's because of that section there. I've got a set of post-it notes here telling me exactly what I need to do with soilmod. Including the growth stage effects of each stage. There are 7 stages, and they each take 1 nitrogen, and stages 2, 3 and 5 take 1 moisture. Stage 3 also takes a pK and a pH internal level, and stage 5 also takes a pK. And I've discovered, and actually have it written down now beside me, I haven't actually been getting full yield. I haven't been getting 100% yield from any of my fields. I'm great, aren't I? Yeah, oh, I know all about soilmod. I've installed it on the map. No, I really don't. As it turns out, I'm going to have to put down significantly more fertilizer on all of the fields. And I'm also going to have to figure out what field is coming up next, which is going to be fun because I can hardly see the bloomin' screen at the moment, the way I have to have my mic now. So if you're playing with soilmod, here are the stats you need, the actual statistics for the field. You will need, for 100% yield, N times 5, pK times 4, pH of 6.8, moisture 57%. So in the majority of cases at the moment, I'm getting maximum yield, well, not in the majority of cases. I'm getting maximum yield of pH value and moisture, and all of these values have to be there as you're harvesting. I know in reality you wouldn't care what you would care what the moisture level of the soil was when you're harvesting, because otherwise you'd end up with a bogged down harvester. But the pH you wouldn't really care about at the moment of harvest. Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium levels in the soil doesn't matter at the time of harvest in reality. In Farm Sim it's a bit different, because in Farm Sim the game calculates based on what is happening to the ground or within the ground and the foliage layers at the moment of harvest. So you actually have to have the soil nutrients all correct. Am I even? Yes, I'm lined up. I've got my blind undone, so I can't see the screen all that well. I should really have closed it, but that's a mistake I made and I'll put up with it. So, harvest is going on. We're 15 minutes away from midnight. We're putting down some water. I'm actually this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be just fun for me, because I'm not gonna spray all the fields in everything off screen. What I will have to do, however, is try and figure out what growth stage everything is, and get the nutrients and the pH to such a level that it won't screw up the harvest. I also need to figure out what's on every field and spray the correct the correct herbicides. Because if you spray the wrong herbicide, you end up losing your crop, or it stalls for a day, which is not what I want. I have lists of what herbicides I'm not supposed to use on specific crops. For example, wheat, barley, can't have herbicide A or double A. Double A is just double strength. Essentially it gives you longer herbicide and weed prevention. Rape and maize cannot have B, and potato and sugar beets cannot have C. There is one other thing about soil mod that I kind of forgot, and it was I was watching one of David Oldfield's videos the other day, and he kindly reminded me, I say kindly very generously here, I forgot that soil mod affects grass. I'm gonna have to actually fertilize and make sure the grass fields are all up to snuff. I need to check the pigs. I'm gonna have to empty out the pigs very soon. I really need to get a trailer specifically to empty the pigs, like to muck out the pigs, because they just, the maximum fill level for them is 25,000 litres, and I'm always hitting it because I've got 1,000. Not exactly the most wonderful thing that can be happening, but it's a thing, and I'll have to put up with it. So yes, quite obviously I've got GPS mod going again. I figured if I'm gonna be spraying all of the fields and spending lots and lots of money on the fields, I'm gonna want to be as efficient as I can. So yeah, GPS. I've been GPSing my way up and down the fields, which does mean I've got very little to do. I've literally got one finger on my controller right now, and not the most involved thing in the world, but it is the most efficient way and the most cost efficient way of actually doing this. There we go. And the joy of having GPS is I'm gonna have to turn on the lights on this thing so that I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. So now I'm in the correct line. Control W. Just get the... This is the best thing about GPS, is you can just go forwards and backwards and it'll automatically line you up. And now I need to go grab this guy. Where's the harvester? Oh, for the love of... Beacons on, lights on so that I can see. I apologize for having a nearly completely black video. Presumably it's gonna be almost completely black. I kind of need to do all of this stuff, and I didn't want to have a video where I just like, hey, it's midnight, way, I'll see you in the morning in 6 hours time, when everything will magically be done and you guys will have seen none of it. I know I could fast forward through till morning and get away with it, because my soil mod countdown is at 3. I could fast forward through till morning. I don't want to, for one very specific reason, and that very specific reason is there's too much to do for me to be able to fast forward. I'm gonna be working insane hours in this game, and I would have actually gone through midnight. I would have blown through midnight off screen. I actually went onto a test map and started playing on that, just because I had nothing to do, and I had got up to like 11:35 PM here, so I didn't want to... Oh dear. There we go. I didn't want to just blast through midnight and say, oh well, we didn't die. I want to show midnight every day. Even though we... This is going to be a fun set now, because we've got canola and we're gonna want to make seeds, and we're gonna want to make because I'm gonna try and not use that fertilizer truck, the Dodge, as much as I can. Right now we just don't have the capacity. We just do not have the capacity to get everything done and do it for free. So I'm gonna be, hopefully, this is my aim. I'm gonna be, for the foreseeable future, just storing up as much crop as I can get away with, so that I can throw it into the seed production facility, and that will make seeds and fertilizer. Now, I can make fertilizer still. I've just realized I can still make fertilizer. Oh man, I'm an idiot sometimes. So what I'm gonna have to do, after this pass with this sprayer, is I'm going to have to, and this is not an optional thing. Oh, the sprayer's empty. Well, pass over. I'm just gonna stop there. Okay, so this is now 100% full. For all intents and purposes, 99% is as close as I care about. So what I'm going to have to do now is turn on the lights so that you guys have a fighting chance of actually seeing what's going on. This is normally stuff that I do off screen, but it's so close to midnight and I do need to record a few episodes today. It's so close to midnight in game. I've got time, and I'm going the wrong way. Okay, let me start over just a bit. It's so close to midnight that there's no point in me doing a 5-minute stint and saying, hey, it's midnight, we survived, well done. I could have done that yesterday actually, but my point stands. I want to get a few episodes done today. I want to be able to do lots and lots of off-screen work, which I can do, because I know you guys don't want to see me just driving around in the sprayer for the next 10 episodes, because I'm going to be spending about 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 hours spraying every field on the map, most of them multiple times. The only fields we won't have to spray multiple times are currently the canola fields and the barley fields. That's it. Every other field has to be sprayed at least twice. I'm gonna try and get all the nitrogen PK, all the NPK up to the correct levels. So that means I'm gonna be spraying 3 times, because I'm working on the moisture first. Next pass is gonna be for all the fields is gonna be the herbicides. I'm gonna put down the double layer herbicides, which act as weed prevention. I might actually do it on field 9, field that I'm working on at the moment. I might do it on field 9 very quickly, just to show you guys what on earth I'm talking about, and what I'll be doing off screen for the most part. And I'm also going to work on NPK levels in the soil. Now I'm going to put this canola into the stores, and I've discovered that I can do this. I can double unload, which is tasty and delicious. So I'm going well. I promise I'm going well. I'm not going insane. Oh, can you tell I didn't sleep well last night? Because I'm just that bit more insane than usual. Okay, so that is the 2 trailers empty. The game is lagging again. I've turned up my graphics settings a bit. I fiddled my graphics settings the whole time. Both maps are working somewhat stably. Occasionally I'll load into a soil mod enabled map and I'll be running at 1 FPS. That's because I didn't bother taking Grimme calc out of the Canadian map. I'll deal with it. I can... It's pretty obvious when the conflict happens. The game runs at 1 FPS and nothing will work. I have to just go into the options menu, hit save, and miraculously and magically it works again because I've restarted the game for all intents and purposes. Okay, I've just seen that. Memo to self, do not cough anywhere near the microphone anymore because I've got it in the right place for once. As it turns out, I've actually been trying to use it sideways this entire time. Like, the entire time I've had this channel going, I've had my microphone sideways. And actually in a rather uncomfortable place, I've moved it slightly closer to me and put it in a place where it can't fall over, because when I was actually fixing it, the bracket fell. Yeah. There was a thing that happened this week that I wanted to talk to you about, but I can't remember. Oh well. I'll probably never remember, and that's going to be just a thing that I wanted to talk about that probably never happened, but oh well. So I mentioned there was a manure storage point down here, or if I didn't, I meant to, and here it is. This is actually just manure, solid manure that I am storing up. What I'm actually going to do with this unload is, this map is so... I like how dark the game gets at night, but it's... yeah. It's not particularly great for making videos, I must say. It's... How did that happen? I don't even know if I can resurrect this. Oh, how d... Okay, plan B. Plan B is to reset the things. T6 is going to get reset, as well as to do the bale conveyor. And what I'm going to do is something that I probably should never have sold in the first place. Actually, can I afford the skid steer? Because that'll be... no. Probably a good thing. So I've done it again. I'm going to get the front loader attachment for the T6, as well as the... Okay, serious question here. Why would anybody want a 710 litre fork when you can get an 1,000 litre fork for doing the same job? Can this hold manure? 1300, 1860. What's the best? Oh, that is 1862, but it looks more correct. Okay, so now I gotta reset them. No, do not want to reset that. And reset that. So what's happening here is I'm gonna have to stop the harvester. Where's the harvester there? Stop. Okay, harvest is temporarily suspended for reasons of the game is being a derp. And I'm gonna have to drink some water in a second because if you haven't noticed, my voice has gone all crackly and sexy morning voicey because it's like 3 PM and I haven't slept yet. Since I haven't slept in about 24 hours, but nuts to it. Partially my own fault, partially me trying to fix my sleeping pattern, and I probably shouldn't have done it on a Saturday. Normally when I do something stupid like this, it's midweek or I don't sleep on a Saturday night and push it through to the Sunday, and I'm dead for the Sunday. Yeah. Oh, it's midnight. Oh, we survived. Hurrah. Hooray, get on. Thank you. Which way around is this thing now? Okay, so it's that way around. Good. So it's midnight. We've survived. We've not died. We've had problems. So many problems. But assuming this manure fork will actually attach. Yes. Okay. Good. 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 So I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Bantikow. In the next episode, I'm gonna start off down at the pigs. We're gonna muck them out because they need mucking out again, because oh my god, they don't stop pooping ever. And then we are going to continue on the harvest, because I've actually had to stop the harvest, and that's not what I wanted to do. Apparently I've run out of credit on my phone. I need to fix that. I've had to stop the harvest. Didn't want to do that because now the harvest is taking longer, and it actually means it's holding up the next seeding cycle now. The longer the harvest goes, the longer it takes me to seed the next seeding cycle. And I'm gonna have to, well, I don't have to, but I want to. I want to cultivate all of the fields before I start seeding. So I'm gonna want to try and get the barley fields at least cultivated before it hits midnight again. So I think I can. I think it shouldn't take a full 24 hours to finish the spraying and then the cultivating. I think that's in the realms of possibility for me being able to do it, but I don't know. In any case, until I see you again, don't run into gates, stay safe, and goodbye.